Yes, everyone, the time has finally come as Jack Eichel has been traded, finally, from the Buffalo Sabres to the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, before we start, please make sure to like this video and join the Hockey Brigade by subscribing. Now, let's just get into this crazy trade. So, at around 8 a.m., it was revealed that Jack Eichel was sent to Vegas in exchange for Peyton Krebs, Alex Tuch, a 2022 first-round pick, and a 2023 third-round pick. I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, Vegas easily won this trade, and that is, of course, if Eichel goes back to normal, but I gotta be honest, I'm totally okay with Vegas giving up what they gave up. Krebs is a first-round pick from 2019, a lot of high hopes for him, and I have to say this, I don't think he'll be anywhere near as good as Jack Eichel is, nothing against him, and then obviously Tuch is a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's a middle six guy, you could probably throw him in on your second line. Buffalo will probably get thrown in on the first, but again, he's a middle six guy, and then you have a first and third round pick. And here's what I have to say about this. Apparently, the 2022 first-round pick is top 10 protected, meaning if Vegas gets a top 10 pick, next year Buffalo won't get it, and it'll be moved over to 2023 when they'll get their first-round pick. And that is just one of those things there that I don't want to make Buffalo fans upset, but I got to be honest, I'm shocked. This is a trade that was supposed to be colossal, a behemoth trade for the Sabres. And Kevin Adams, the GM of the Sabres, has been waiting months for this. This was his big return. I don't get it, and it's just shocking that we've waited all these months. Eichel's not been able to get surgery for this trade. Nothing against, some of these players. They are good players, or at least Tuch is, and Krebs has the potential to be, but I'm just not seeing what they saw as this just leans heavily in Vegas's favor. And from what I've heard, Adams may have been dealing with some outside pressure for this trade to be done, and maybe that's why, but to me it shouldn't matter. If you waited all this time, you would expect him to get a better return, and for Eichel, this is just a blessing. For starters, you go from the outhouse to the penthouse, and that is Vegas, which is a favored team to not only be in the playoffs, but to win the Stanley Cup, whereas Buffalo will probably be towards the bottom of the basement, at the end of this year. And for the first time in Eichel's career, he'll get a chance to not only probably play in the playoffs, but maybe even win the Stanley Cup with Vegas. However, he will have to wait a while, and that is a big part of this trade, as he can't make his debut with the Golden Knights till he undergoes artificial disc replacement surgery, and he's expected to play sometime after the Olympic break, so we're probably looking at late February, early March when he does get to play with the Knights. Now, this means that he will only get about 2 months to gel with his teammates, assuming Vegas makes the postseason. It's not a lot of time, but I gotta be honest, he will probably figure it out. Why? Because he's Jack Eichel. Also, he's going to be on that first line. That is a great line, especially with him out there. I expect great things for them. Now, what I will say, this is a gamble for both sides. You have Vegas. They're taking on a lot of money. I believe Jack Eichel's getting paid $10.5 million per season, or his AAV is that much. And we don't know. We might see him go to his normal self after this surgery and play that dominant like he was in Buffalo, in Vegas, and then they'll probably win a cup at least in his time, or it could be a totally different story. He may not come back the same. He may not be that guy. He may not work out in Vegas for his cap hit. We'll have to see. Now, for Buffalo, it's a big gamble here. You're hoping Krebs can live up to the potential that a lot of people see him at. They view him as a guy that could be a big part of a franchise going forward. Then obviously you have Tuch. Maybe he won't be there his whole career. We don't know, but he is a middle six guy. You got to hope that for your picks, if you're Buffalo, that they do pan out. You've only got a first-round pick. It's top 10 protected. You've only got a third-round pick. You have to make this go right. Otherwise, this is one of those trades that people look back on and say, holy cow, Vegas just, absolutely robbed them blind. And that's going to be the storyline there in the coming years if things don't work out. Now, this also has me thinking about a few other things. For one, how in the world did the Flames not make a trade happen? They said that they were interested, and they looked to be the other team that was just as interested as Vegas. I think that if you're a Flames fan, you got to be maybe hitting yourself in the head, wondering what happened. I know they're having a good start to the year, but they could have got Jack Eichel. They didn't, and Vegas swept in and just got it with a pretty good trade for them. So I guess we'll have to figure out with time what happened there to see why they weren't able to make a trade happen. Also, you have to wonder, what is going to be the ripple effect of this? Colorado, that is a big thing here. Are they going to make a move to add depth pieces at the deadline or before the deadline because they feel like, hey, we might have been top dog, but now Vegas got a little bit too close, or maybe even they feel like Vegas is ahead of them. That is going to be one thing there to look out for. Colorado, competing teams just in general, making moves because they feel like Vegas might have the upper hand on them now. We will have to see. But all in all, I have to say that this is huge for Vegas. I really do feel like this is a big Vegas win. Not only do they get this guy that shores up the center of their lineup, but he is just amazing. A top 10 player when healthy. And he'll probably extend their championship contention window a little bit longer. I said in the offseason for my preview video that maybe their window is closing. With Jack Eichel, it probably extends it a little bit longer. That's all for today. Let me know what you think of this trade down below. Also, like this video if you liked this video and subscribe to join the Hockey Brigade. Everybody, stay safe. Have a great night. You love hockey, alright? Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.